Goal setting. 2024. Could be any year, doesn't matter. At this point, you have either done it during December or you're doing it now because FOMO, right? People have been posting their New Year resolutions all over social media for about a month now, fishing for likes and comments. Most of it is just a load of virtue-signaling bullshit. Every year, it's the same thing. This initial burst of motivation, this fresh start feeling that can trick you into thinking you're really committed. Gyms and diet companies making a fortune in January because you and millions of others just like you think this year will be different. Statistically, it won't be different. I'm not saying ditch the whole resolution thing, but you need to learn to do it right if you want this goal setting to make sense. In this video, I will teach you what you need to do and understand in order to set not only achievable goals, but goals you want to achieve. When you struggle to achieve your goals, it usually boils down to two reasons: lack of motivation and improperly formulated goals. Let's look at motivation first. Motivation comes from energy, and there are three main sources of this energy. 1. Energy of gratitude. To tap into this energy, recall 5 things you wanted and received in your life, then jot them down. Also, remember 3 people who have helped you and reach out to them and thank them. 2. Energy of achievement. Document all your accomplishments. Start from the beginning of your life. I bet you've done a lot. 3. Energy of freedom. To activate this energy, we first need to mentally close out all of our unfinished business, including fleeting wishes. Recall these wishes and plans you've left unattended. Write all of them down. By the way, you should also include names of individuals you still have internal dialogues with, even if these people are no longer alive. I will make a separate video about that. But for now, let's focus on all of those unresolved plans and fleeting wishes. You should have at least 10 items on this list. If you don't, think harder. Assign each item on the list a 1, 2, or 3. 1s are your must-do and want-to-do. 2s are either I want to do, but it's not a must, or it's a must, but I don't want to do it. 3s are not a must, and I no longer want to do it. Start with all 3s. Confirm you no longer desire any of them. Now, read each item and say out loud, I choose not do what I have not done, and then cross off that item. Now go through all of your 2s. This is a tricky part. If you have some items that you know you need to accomplish, then make a grown-up decision to want to do it, no matter how much you don't. Move these items into your 1s. Move the rest into your 3s. Now go back to your new 3s, cross them off using the affirmation, I choose not to do what I have not done. You are now left with only 1s. Now let's talk about the types of new goals. Imagine all of the goals as a pyramid. The lowest level of this pyramid is for external materialistic goals, influenced by your environment. Examples of wishes you might make on this level. I want a luxury car. I want an ocean vacation. Or I want to have $1 million. These are often challenging to achieve as they lack support from higher levels of goal pyramid. Behavioral goals are at the level above, and these involve specific actions. To formulate goals at this level, you must use verbs, and you must be very specific. For example, study Spanish for 30 minutes daily, rather than learn Spanish. Goals on both of these lower levels are visible and external. The next higher level of goals are your skills and abilities goals. These are invisible, internal, and powerful. Few people set goals at this level because accomplishing goals at this level will inevitably lead to completely changing your behavior and your environment. This is how you set your goals here. Instead of saying, I want to lose weight, say, develop the skill of healthy eating. You also need to be very specific with these goals. Come up with at least 2 qualifiers to help you recognize when you actually achieve your goal. For example, don't just say, get the skills to make good money. Say, get the skills to earn $10,000 per month. Here are 7 rules from NLP to help you with your goal setting. 1. Your goals must be expressed using positive language. When formulating your goals, avoid negative words or the word no. For instance, instead of saying, I don't smoke, say, I am free from smoking. Similarly, rather than saying, I don't eat sweets, state, I know how to eat correctly. 2. Your goals should be within your control. Imagine having a remote control for each goal and only you hold that remote. If someone else has control over that remote, you have two choices. Either abandon your goal or figure out what you can do to regain that control. Your goals must be sensory. Visualize how achieving your goal will make you feel, what you'll see, hear, and even smell. Also, consider how other people observing you will perceive your achievement. 4. Your goals must have context. The narrower and more specific the context, the longer it might take to achieve, but it also increases your chances of achieving it. 5. Your goals must be ecological, meaning they consider the broader system. Ask yourself, what will I lose when I achieve this goal? Understand that reaching a goal can alter the dynamics of the systems you're a part of, potentially impacting your social circle. 6. You need resources to achieve your goals. Assess the resources required, such as time, money, connections, information, skills, and knowledge. Ensure you have access to these resources or create a plan to obtain them. Take the first step. Once you've defined and documented your goals, make it a priority to outline the first step within 48 hours, even if it's a symbolic gesture. Failing to take this step can signal to your subconscious that the goal is unattainable. And you know what that means. Your subconscious will literally sabotage any efforts you make in achieving it. And now, let's talk about what's at the core of all successful goal setting. But first, we live concurrently in two worlds, internal world and external world. In the external world, we have time, temperature, distance, etc. We have none of that in our internal world. This is why, for example, and let's see how many ladies here agree with me. This is why it only takes a couple of minutes in our internal world to give birth to a child. All you have to do is see an attractive man at a supermarket and imagine how you meet him, start dating him, fall in love with him, marry him, get pregnant and have his child. Meanwhile, in the external world, you're still standing near the milk fridge, drooling. And just like with these two worlds, all the goals are also divided into external goals and internal goals. Internal goals is the same thing as our hidden values. The sucky part is, we don't understand sometimes what those are. We are being driven by what we don't realize. Many of the goals you set may not truly be your own. Want proof? Do this right now. Pause this video and jot down without thinking too hard your 5 or 6 goals. Look at each one and ask yourself, do I really want this? Or is it someone else's goal? My parents? Friends? Other people around me? Most of our I must goals are often other people's I want goals. A stage mother who is pushing her little girl into every beauty contest. An immigrant parent who only accepts 3 career paths for their kids. Doctor, lawyer, or accountant. These are just a few obvious examples, so until you discover your own hidden values, you will continue pursuing goals that belong to others. There is a special technique which enables you to uncover your hidden values and to analyze your goals in the context of your hidden values. Once you've mastered this technique, goal setting is easy and fast. Let me know in comments if you want me to make a video about this.